I think it's attractive because you're walking in knowing that you have a franchise quarterback, and I think franchise quarterback stumps cheap owners to start.
Jamar Chase is a monster.
I think this defense is going to have to hold everybody to 17 or less because I think that teams are going to live with you trying to throw to Thrash and Cedric until one of them shows, okay, this is a mistake. The NFL is finally here. Thursday night action behind us. It is time to talk Browns. I'm excited. I mean, this NFL football is a different kind of beast. It is wild because college football keeps us sane because Ohio State is always good. But almost that's a trade-off. You trade always good for always an adventure. And this is the most anticipated Browns season since when?
Last year. This has been, I got to be honest with you, bro. I have not felt any excitement about this season at all.
Really? You don't think that just you or like in general? I feel like
in general, I don't think I think the drama of training camp and the quarterback has sucked the life out of the excitement of the season. I think the media has been saying how bad the Browns are going to be, and I think fans have kind of bought into it this year. Like they're just not going to be very good. It's weird, man. I don't feel the juice. I think we'll start to feel the juice like Sunday when on game day, and
I'm excited to see what it looks like. I think I'm in a weird place because I think they win on Sunday, and I'm going to let you kind of unpack it more. So I think maybe that's why I'm anticipating it. And it's weird because usually I don't feel like they ever win.
Well, there's a couple things, and we'll get into like the actual game. But like first, I want to go like the strengths and the weaknesses, kind of just go through the roster.
Mm-hmm.
The strengths are the defensive line I think the defense line is going to be really good.
Top 5 good or like top 10?
Yeah, top 5 good. I mean, Myles Garrett is like arguably the best defensive player in the game. I think Alex Wright is also pretty good. I think Mason Graham's also going to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Schweichinger, I'm excited to see what he looks like.
He's been honestly, I feel comfortable. I think he's going to be the most impactful and the most steady rookie to start the year. And not just for the Browns, but in the entire NFL.
And he also has Devin Bush running next to him, which helps because Devin Bush has like been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
I think Denzel Ward is the most underrated corner in the NFL.
Is he underrated because of his health?
Yes. I think when Denzel Ward is on the field, he's one of the best corners in the game.
Yeah.
The problem is like he has never played a full season.
Mm-hmm.
Like at 17 games, like if he plays 14 games, you're probably pretty happy. Just like the way that it's been.
Yeah.
But like, so D-line, I think they're tight end. I think Harold Fannin is going to be awesome. I think
tight end 2 though, right?
Tight end 2 for sure. I mean, Njoku's top 6 tight end in football.
He's been really good, and it's funny because he's been really good for a tight end in the NFL. But I think because he's got the drops issue, he appears inconsistent. But I think he's generally pretty good.
You know what's crazy about Njoku is that he drops the easy ones and makes the ridiculous insane catches.
Better body, him or Miles. Pause. He does make some crazy catches.
I mean, if you think about like George Kittle, Brock Bowers, I mean, is David Njoku better than Mark Andrews?
Probably not better than Mark or Hawkinson, but he's probably like right there in that next group.
Yeah, I mean, Travis Kelce is old. Like
I think Kelsey's washed. I think we'll talk about him in a sec. But no, the point being, like Njoku's really good.
He's really good. So like, and especially, and the other thing is like we're getting back to Stefanski's offense, which is 12 personnel, which is a lot of running game, and which is a ton of play action. And fun stat of the night. You ready for this? Joe Flacco between 2022 and 2024 is in the 91st percentile in play action pass.
91st percentile. I didn't realize he was that elite in play action.
He is elite in play action.
So establishing the run game is something to look for early, right? Then. I mean, early run game.
I mean, the thing about Kevin Stefanski's offense is that he forces the quarterback to turn his back to the defense because of play action.
And that takes comfort in a quarterback.
And there's no defense that Joe Flacco hasn't ever seen before.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, those are the things that I think they're going to have to rely on. Defensive line, their Their overall second. I mean, the corners are Greg Newsome's probably is a good
Enough.
second corner, I think, in the NFL.
We put that in the good enough tier.
Yes, good enough. And I think Grant Delpit he makes plays, he makes mistakes, but he also makes plays. Um, I'm not convinced that Ronnie Hickman is a starting safety in the NFL, but we're about to find out. So safety is one of my concerns. The wide receiver unit is an issue for me. And then this overall depth, the
Yeah.
second unit of this whole team, offense and defense, is not great.
But in the NFL, like how often do you get to see the full second unit? Usually you just see guys when you
Yeah,
personnel match.
I don't see a lot of NFL players behind. I mean, the defensive line has some depth. Shelby Harris is a good player. Isaiah McGuire is a good player. Um, at linebacker, Jerome Baker has played a lot of football, but like the defensive backfield is not great depth wise. The offense is not great depth wise. So you know, it's not great. I think overall the strengths kind of work in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive running game, like defensive pass rush and running and having a good running game has always worked in the NFL. It's worked forever. I mean, literally, it's never not worked.
I mean, honestly, that's the reason why the game will never move forward into this like all out spaced out deal.
Yeah, it won't be like college because like college does that because of talent gaps.
Yeah, because you're talent deficient in the trenches. There's a lot more 6'1" guys that run fast and can shake guys than
Yeah.
there are 300-pound linemen that can push around. Your top end athletic freaks
Right.
on defense.
Is there any position? Is there a player that you feel has to step up for the Browns?
Like a veteran player or like just any player on the
Any
team?
player. It does veteran, rookie, whatever.
Well, I think it's going to be up to the like Carson has to be really good. Like Carson has to be what I expect him to be for this defense to do what they need to do. Because here we go. I think this defense is going to have to hold everybody to 17 or less to win games.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that this defense is missing is JOK. I mean,
Yeah,
JOK
so
is
you've got to
is
be like it's fair. Like I think you're going to be good. I need you to be really good.
yeah. No doubt. I think Carson has I think the biggest guy that has to break out is either Jamari Thrash or Cedric Tillman. One of
Thrash
those
has to be
two
good.
has to pop.
I don't think Cedric Tillman's any good. So maybe that's my own thing. I just kind of let him off. Thrash has to be good because obviously, like, you need a number 2 receiver to kind of complement Judy, or else you run the risk of teams slanting everything towards Judy and you not having a second option. Because I think that teams are going to live with you trying to throw to Thrash and Cedric until one of them shows, okay, this is a mistake. It's like when you're at the Y and you're hooping and you're a little exhausted. And so you stop guarding somebody at the 3 because they haven't hit a 3 all day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, I'm going to save my energy. You're going to have to earn
Like
that.
if Thrash or Tillman one of them can get to like 600 yards of receiving, like that to me might be enough. Because Njoku's going to have about 750, 800 yards receiving. And you think Jerry Judy's going to get to 1,000. I mean, he got to 1,000 last year, and we had me and you playing quarterback last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you think it's just he has to be there available to make catches when it's time, when they take Jerry Jeudy away.
Do you think Bond could pass Thrash at some point early?
Could. I
Because,
think
like,
they're
he's
going to have.
he's more talented.
Yeah, I think Isaiah Bond early on they're gonna have some special
Some
place for him,
packages for him. Like,
some
have the
packages
guy
for him,
first.
but like I don't think he's gonna be. I mean, Jamari Thrash. I mean, he was really good this training camp.
Yeah, no, he
He was
was.
really good.
He was.
So he kind of fits that mold, I think, of that slot receiver.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think Bond is the same body type with more explosiveness.
Yeah. No, correct. I mean, Isaiah Bond's definitely a better athlete. The question mark, the other question, there's 2 other question marks with this team, and they're both offense. Because I think the defense, while I don't think the defense is going to be number 1 2023 defense, I think they're going to be closer to that defense.
Mm-hmm.
because I think Joe Flacco is going to keep them in games enough to like keep them motivated to keep playing. But the question is the offensive line health, and at some point, like Father Time wins, and like, will Joe Flacco look like a 40-year-old quarterback? Like, will the arm look like a 40-year-old arm? At some point, like, it's going to happen. Is it this year? Is it next? I mean, I don't want it to be this year.
I'm saying, how important do you think the downfield stuff is if they're able to run the football?
Well, I think it is going to be important because the play action, it sets up big plays. Like,
Yeah,
if
but it's
I'm
like using.
saying,
Well, here's we saw with who do we see it with? Oh, Tampa Bay started using play action to set up medium level plays when Tom started getting really old and that arm started going. We saw Denver use play action
yeah.
to set up like the medium plays, like the 10 to 20 yards.
But what has
Realizing,
Joe
okay, look,
Flacco been good at his whole career?
he's been a deep ball guy. Yes, I'll say that's where
He's
he's
been a
different
deep
than
ball guy his
Tom. And,
whole career. That's what
yeah,
he's been known
he's,
for. Is what he's good at.
I mean,
So it's
huge arm.
hard to take
He's
that
a big
away
arm
from
guy.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. And
But
for him,
But the big question is this offensive line. They
Mhm.
have to stay healthy. If they don't stay healthy, this offense has no shot.
cooked.
DeJuan Jones seems to be in shape, seems to be motivated. He's still, a relatively young player playing left tackle in the NFL. Joe Bitonio pondered retirement. Ethan Poches has been around a while. He's over 30 years old as well. Wyatt Teller, been a top 5 guard in the NFL. Also over 30 years old and like plays recklessly,
Mhm.
to say the least. And then Jack Conklin has played like 7 quarters as a Brown. So if there's not enough depth here, and this offensive line, this offense in general, this whole team's success relies on the health of the offensive line, to me. Because I believe that there is a scenario where the Browns are a competitive team and they flirt with a playoff.
Oh, you're really high on him then.
I'm not high on them because it has to be perfect. Okay, the offensive line has to stay healthy, all for the 95% of the season.
Yeah.
The 2023 defense has to come back. Joe Flacco's arm has to still be fresh, and it's Stefanski's offense. That is the scenario. If all of those things happen, they can flirt with the playoff team. Because I watched it. We watched in 2023. Joe Flacco went 5-1. Like
They
we
got
watched.
scorching, and he threw a lot of picks, but also Judy proved to us that year that he's so good after the catch. He just needs a quarterback. Because that's what
Yeah,
it was.
and
There's a lot of Judy after the catch, wasn't it?
Well, no, that was Amari Cooper.
Oh, Amari after the catch.
It
You're
was
right.
Amari
I'm
after the
bugging.
catch. So it's like that scenario, but like that is a legitimate perfect scenario. When does it ever go perfect?
Never. It's the NFL.
Like to me, this team's either a 10-win team or a 4-win team. I
Mhm.
don't see a 7-win team. I just don't. It could be that, but I don't see it. I think they're going to be really good, like a good team or a bad team.
Heading into game one, Stefanski has to be absolutely thrilled that like the rookie quarterback thing is going to be put to bed for at least a little while. Right?
Correct.
Like where no one's worried about rookie quarterbacks for the first like 4 or 5 weeks of the season.
No.
And so I think he's got to be thrilled with that. And so, like, for him, he could just focus on scheming things up. 'Cause that's where we think he's the best, right? When he's trying to work through and scheme things up.
When Kevin Stefanski's offense is the reason why we've actually had some mild success in Cleveland.
Mhm.
This is what he was hired to do. There was the disaster last year was bringing in Ken Dorsey, who got fired from Buffalo with Josh Allen in the middle of the season. And then you hire him to be your offense coordinator, and then you actually give him the play calls, and you start playing in shotgun.
He's not calling plays this year, right? Stefanski isn't. Is Tommy Reese calling it?
No, Stefanski's calling the plays, and Tommy Reese is the eye in the sky.
Okay. You'll
There's
take that.
no way on this earth that Stefanski's going to give up play calling when his job is on the line.
I didn't know if it was confirmed or not. I don't know if they've kind of come
I haven't.
forward.
I don't know if that's confirmed, but like I would be stunned.
Yeah,
to hear that Tommy Reese was calling plays. Stunned.
that's fair.
Because
obviously,
we're going to see a ton of under center. We're going to see a bunch of stretch zone. We're going to see a bunch of power run game, gap schemes, and then we're going to see a shit ton of play action. And if we see that, you'll know that Kevin Stefanski's calling plays.
before we talk about the head-to-head with Cincinnati, any updates on Quinshawn? Are we still in wait mode?
Still in wait mode. Have heard nothing.
So frustrating, isn't it?
Very frustrating. I don't understand what. I don't know what it's been like almost radio silent. Like I don't know who's the party holding this up. Is it the Browns? Are they not in a rush to sign him because Dylan Sampson has looked good in training camp?
Good enough.
Is Quinshon not happy with what they're offering? Like what's the problem here? I don't know what that is. But he's going to serve a suspension. We already discussed that. Like he's going to serve a suspension.
Yeah, I would just like to get him signed so the Browns know what they're working with and that he can
Yeah.
have that suspension out there. It's just a little too quiet, I guess.
Correct. So we'll see. I think they're going to be fine. Like Jerome Ford is a okay, serviceable back, but like you want to see Dylan Sampson like pass him by, and you want to see him pass him by soon.
Soon, quickly. I mean, you wasted draft capital on him. Like you would like to see that.
Yeah, and like when it comes to like the little things, like I'm sure Jerome Ford's probably a better pass blocker because he's been in the system, he's been around, he's been in the NFL. I don't know if I think is Dylan Sampson good like catching the ball?
Yes.
Okay, so like he does that well,
That's
Jerome Ford,
one of the hypo requirements for his
yeah.
running backs.
So I think it's like Dylan Sampson's a bet as long as at some point, as long as they can trust Dylan Sampson to pass protect, in those first and second down, like he's going to pass it by eventually soon.
Mm-hmm.
I would give it 3 weeks, and then also go with the hot hand. But they're also going to run the ball enough where they're going to need them both. Like it wouldn't surprise me to see them both get like 10 to 15 carries on Sunday.
10 to 15 for both?
Yeah, it would not surprise me.
It's kind of all right, that's a different look for them.
I mean, when they had Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, like Nick Chubb would get like 14 to 18, sometimes 20, and Kareem would get not necessarily carries, but like Kareem would get 10 to 12 touches.
Yeah, and I guess that's why I'm like surprised you would give both those guys that many touches because like with Kareem and Nick Chubb, they were both really dudes.
Yeah, and Nick Chubb was definitely more special
than Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, he was better than Kareem Hunt, so that's why he got the majority of the touches. But like,
it is funny because Kareem Hunt, before everything happened, he was the guy.
Yeah, he was. I mean, Kareem Hunt ran. He ran wild.
He was chosen because he was first team as a rookie.
Yeah. I mean, do you see a world? Like, what do you think has to happen? Is it even possible for the Browns to win 10 games? Do you see that?
I don't see that. I think that'd be
even in a what's the perfect scenario?
I think the perfect scenario for them is 8 to 9 wins. 10 wins is coach of the year territory, if you ask me.
Which he's done twice.
He has.
How do you feel about Kevin Stefanski?
I think he gets talked about a little bit like he's untouchable. I think he does a good job, not a great job.
So I saw a report that saw ESPN ranked coaches, and Kevin Stefanski was ranked like 21st.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like I think he's probably always going to be a better OC than he is a head coach, but I think he's always going to be serviceable. I know there's like some discussion about who call plays when or whatever, but I'm not here to have that. I think my thing about Stefanski teams is that I don't know. I'm a big culture coach guy, and I don't know what a Stefanski culture is.
He's not a rah-rah guy.
And I don't think you always have to be a rah-rah guy for there to be like a really established culture on your team. And so I think like what bugs me about Stefanski is that he's an offensive-minded coach, but the identity of this team has always been defense-driven, not offense-driven. So for me, it makes me wonder, like, what are you actually? Because here we go, like McDaniels down there in Miami, he's not a rah-rah guy, but they have a really clear identity, and you know what they are, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I think. Well, to say that isn't quite fair. Let me. I push back a little bit because when Nick Chubb in his prime was our identity offensive. That we would run the ball. We had Bill Callahan coaching the offensive line, and we had Nick Chubb running, and that was who we were offensively. Even when Baker was going good,
I don't give you credit for having an identity if you've got a top 5 player at a position. You don't get flowers from me for that.
Okay.
You know why? You know why you don't get flowers from me for that? Or Shanahan, what was his identity before McCaffrey? It was run the ball. was still run the ball, like tough downhill between the numbers, like
Yeah.
so like you don't get credit for running the ball a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think
It's like shit, dude. I can sit down and say, oh well, the Panthers' identity was running the ball.
we know in the Stefanski offense, we know what it looks like.
That's fair. We do know what it looks like.
Right. So like I know in last year's disaster, part of it was, and I want to know why that. I don't think we ever found out why that was. Who hired Ken Dorsey? Was that a Stefanski decision? Was that an Andrew Berry decision? You know, why did that happen? Because he got this job because of the job he did in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
more of a quarterback coach than a play caller, but yes, job he did.
And it's essentially like he's a Gary Kubiak disciple.
Mm-hmm.
That's who Kevin Stefanski is. So it's always going to look like stretch. It's going to look like stretch zone. It's going to look like inside zone. It's going to look like a lot of play action, moving the pocket, you know, and a West Coast type passing attack.
I think you like Stefanski more than I do.
I think Stefanski's a good coach. I think he's a consistent coach. I think the players know exactly who he is every single day because he's the same guy every single day. And that's something that we haven't necessarily had.
Yeah. I guess for me, I understand a lot of the love for Stefanski because like it could be worse, and we've seen what worse looks like.
My thing is also like I think that I'm not saying he's definitely not untouchable. Like if they lose less than 5 games again this year, like he's going to get fired.
If they win less than 5 games?
Yeah, I think he gets fired if they don't win 5 games this year. And I'm okay with that. It doesn't like that doesn't I think coaches, I mean 92%, probably 90% of coaches in the NFL are replaceable.
I think probably higher, but yeah.
I mean like Andy Reid not getting fired. You know, Kyle Shanahan.
Even he got shown the door.
Yeah, but like I think that was a difference. It was just probably time. Like it had run its course. But like fuck, even Bill Belichick gets fired.
Mm-hmm. Which
it's
is
just the way that it goes in the NFL.
So you haven't been a head coach until you've been fired twice.
Yeah, it's you know I think he's I don't think he's like he's not a top 5 coach. He's probably not even like a top. I think he's like a top 12 coach. I think he's somewhere in that 8 to 12 range. I mean, he's 2-time coach of the year. We went to the playoffs and with 4 starting quarterbacks in the season. 2023 had 4 starting quarterbacks and they went to the playoffs.
Which is nuts.
Nuts. How many coaches would have been able to manage that?
0.
Yeah, so it's just like I've seen the good,
mm-hmm.
and I'm questioning what happened in the bad. You know, like we've had all this time with Kevin Stefanski. Like we had 1 good year with Baker. We had 1 year where he had a torn labrum and he kept playing through it, which made no sense. And we also had 2023, and then like he's also been stuck with the Deshaun Watson debacle.
It is hard to like gauge him properly with that in mind.
I mean, it's hard to gauge any head coach in Cleveland probably because it's just such a shit show. Between the front office and the ownership, it's just like no idea what's going on. And that's the way that it's always been. And like I've said this before, like you have ownership, you have the front office, and you have the head coach. And I don't think they're ever going in the same direction.
Yeah, they've been kind of split off because
Like I think Andrew Berry thinks he has more time to fix this.
I think he does because of the Deshaun Watson thing and has him taking ownership for that.
But like, does Kevin Stefanski have time?
He should in a perfect world.
But like, I don't think he does.
I don't think he does either.
And to me, if this team, like Andrew Berry to me and Kevin Stefanski are lumped together. They are a package deal. Like if this doesn't work, they both got to go.
Yeah.
Because this roster is about to flip itself over. You have 1 more year of paying Deshaun. This offensive line is about to look totally different in probably next year. You have just so many different things going on. It's changing. You're going to have a whole new roster. So it's just like, what are you going to do? You're not going to I'm just not letting Andrew Berry fix this. He caused it. I'm not going to let you fix it. That's never happened in the NFL.
No, you don't really get to clean up your own messes once you make them.
So until this organization on the 3 levels is moving in the same direction, it's just never going to be a consistent, sustainable culture. And it starts with Jimmy Haslam. Jimmy Haslam needs to set clear expectations of what he's looking for, and and maybe he has. Maybe he's told those guys like this is it. Because like if they go 3-14 again, like they can't run it back. They can't. You can't go into 2026 with 2 top 10 picks and let Andrew Berry go and do it. I mean, it has been. Think about this, Chris. I actually saw this. Let me pull this up real quick. Andrew Berry got here in 2020. He inherited this core. You ready for this? Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Nick Chubb, Baker Mayfield, Joe Bitonio, Wyatt Teller, David Njoku, Kareem Hunt, Odell Beckham, and Jarvis Landry. He inherited that core.
That's a group, man.
This is what he's added
to that core.
This is what he's added during his time here. Jed Wills, Harrison Bryant, Nick Harris, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Demetric Felton, James Hudson, Anthony Schwartz, Dawson Deaton. I don't even know who the hell that is. Jerome Ford, Cade York. He drafted Cade York, not even on the team anymore. I mean, half the names on this list are not even on the team. You can't tell me that this guy deserves more opportunities. Like, this is it. It has to be.
That's a really bad core.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Jarvis Landry's gone, Odell Beckham's gone, Kareem Hunt's gone, Baker Mayfield's gone, Nick Chubb is gone. And then half the names that I listed when he added are also gone. I mean, Jed Wills was his first.
It's that meme.
His first round pick, and he's not even here anymore.
It's that meme. What does he even do?
Correct. He just adds, and like he gets like he gets the laser eyes that Colby Altman gets, that Colby Altman deserves to get. But Andrew Berry gets those because like we got a 5th round pick from Amari Cooper, and now he's retired. Cool.
Hey, he did flip Kenny Pickett. I didn't think he'd be able to do it.
Yeah, he's so good at stacking day 3 draft picks.
Yeah, that's what he does. What's your superpower?
I get 5th, 6th, 7th round draft picks for for garbage.
And I don't know how to even use the draft picks.
It's just like there's just no way that he gets a chance. Like, to me, this is it. And I was really excited when we got Stefanski and Berry because I was like, finally, we have adults in the room. We have, and like I was critical of John Dorsey because I thought he wanted too much credit for the success. And like it was an ego thing. And like I understand that like he's like it's okay to have a little bit of ego. But like when you want all the credit and you are not even the one that you don't even call plays or go on the field or nothing, like how much credit can you really get?
I think John Dorsey deserves a ton of credit. I think
the ego was good. Of credit.
I also think I also think his ego, he felt like he had to do more to like go more ego crazy because of who the owner was. Like you have to have that kind of ego with Haslam as the owner. Because if Haslam thinks he's the man and he's the reason, he's the football guy, he's the football mind, I'm going to start popping my shit every day. Like, no, I did this. I did this. This was a shithole job that nobody wanted, and I did this.
I don't think that the problem.
Sashi.
The problem. Sashi handed him a blank canvas and said,
"Yeah,
paint." But I don't think it was Dorsey. I mean, who hired Freddie Kitchens? Is what I want to know. Was that a John Dorsey hire or was that a Jimmy Haslam hire?
That was tricky because if I remember correctly, they didn't want to fuck with the development of Baker Mayfield and Freddie. Like that was Haslam and Dorsey let Kitchens hold them hostage. That was a massive mistake.
That was, to me, I don't think that was Freddie Kitchens holding them hostage. I think that was John Dorsey wanting a head coach that he could control.
No, I know Freddie Kitchens was being a little bitch and was threatening to leave if he didn't get the head coaching job. He kind of forced his way in, and I think he did a good job as the interim coach. And I think Freddie Kitchens like out politicked everybody.
Yeah, I think that's a debate for another day. But regardless, back to the present. Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski are a package deal to me. And to be honest with you, it's not even really fair for Stefanski to go. I would rather see Berry go, but a new GM is going to want to hire his own head coach.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the way that this goes. That's fine. I'm okay with. I just think the last couple of years, Kevin Stefanski's got a raw deal with the Deshaun Watson debacle,
Mm-hmm.
and
100% agree.
so. But nonetheless, let's talk about the game. There's a game
Well,
to
that's
play.
not fair. Yes.
We got a game to play on Sunday.
We
Finally.
do have a game. Bengals versus Browns. What do fans need to know about, and what is Tyler McCormick expecting in week 1?
Well, I'm picking the Browns to win for a couple reasons. The strengths of the Browns are going against the weakness of the Bengals. The offensive line for the Bengals is bad, really bad. And the strength of the Bengals is going against not a weakness of the Browns, right? So let's start here. Myles Garrett is the best football player to ever walk the earth when he's playing against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Prime Barry Bonds.
Myles Garrett, in 12 games in his career against the Bengals, he has 28 solo tackles, 6 assists, and 13 sacks.
Jeez.
In 12 games. I mean, he dominates this team. Second of all, Denzel Ward against Jamar Chase is actually okay. Like, Jamar Chase is a monster. What, second or third best receiver in football, would you say?
Yep, I have him. I think he's the best receiver in football. He just won a Triple Crown last year, so I have him as wide receiver 1.
Okay. So in his career, in 5 games, Jamar Chase against Denzel Ward has 32 catches on 51 targets for 359 yards and 3 touchdowns.
In how many games?
5.
That feels like a lot, but I guess it's not, because like 300 divided by 5.
It's not. It's less than 100 yards a game.
Yeah. Now 80 yards a game is a win for me as a receiver. So what is
It's
it?
an average
300?
of 6 catches for 71 yards.
Okay, honestly, that's probably a win for Jamar, but a pretty even battle. But there is the moments where like Denzel Ward has like the pick 6 against him, and when Jamar Chase got asked who is the toughest to get open against, what did he say?
Denzel Ward.
And it's week 1 Denzel.
But
Ward,
Denzel Ward also has 3 picks.
Yeah, that's the big
and
one.
One of them's a pick 6
for like a 100-yard one, like just incredible
to the crib.
Yeah, cribbed it, and like, and he follows for the most part.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing that I think is working in the favor of the Bengals is I think that the Bengals are in a similar scenario, different stage.
They just have their quarterback figured out.
Well, they have their quarterback, but like this is also a very desperate situation, a desperate team. Like, how much longer is Joe Burrow going to fuck around and wait for them to figure this shit out?
He signed for a long-time deal, dog. So
I know. I mean, he signed for a long-time deal, but like, there's more player empowerment
nowadays
now in the NFL than ever before.
100% agree.
And now it's also, I mean, in the same time though, Joe Burrow also has laid in his bed where he got Jamar paid, and he got T. Higgins paid. It's a lot of money for 2 receivers. A lot of money.
Yeah.
But like, at some point, Zach Taylor's got to figure this out, right?
He has to. I think he's in a similar boat as Stefanski.
I believe Zach Taylor's only won 1 game in an opening. Zach Taylor is 1-10 in the first 2 weeks of the season through 2024.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So that means they're not prepping the right way.
They're not prepping the right way. They can't. I mean, I think it was it 2 years ago? 2 years ago, 2 years ago, the Browns beat the Bengals 24-3 in the opening week, and the Bengals did not. They had no answer, nothing. They could do nothing offensively. So, like, I mean, it's Browns. The Browns are 5.5-point underdogs at home. I think they just win straight up.
Money line worth a money line sprinkle?
I think so. I think the Browns win 24-17.
24-17. That's a good score. I think there'll be more field goals than that. I could see this being
there still might be a lot of field goals because the Browns cut their kicker and there might be some extra points missed. So
kickers grow on trees, dog. They're so easy to go get.
We have never had a kicker. We haven't had a kicker since Phil Dawson.
Yeah, they drafted one. Shout out Phil, man.
What a
I
guy.
knew the Browns were bad when as a kid, I would go to ballet and I would hear all the dads talking on Sundays about how their favorite Brown is Phil Dawson. I was like, "Dog, what do you mean? That's the kicker."
Do you think what kind of pressure do you think the Bengals are under to like
Enormous pressure. Enormous pressure. You have a top 3 consensus quarterback in the entire sport who threw for a boatload of yards, and the only 2 defenses that allowed more points than you last year were the Titans and the Browns. Guess what? Number 1, number 2 overall pick. A ton of pressure, dog.
yeah, it's like at some point you got to win, right?
You don't get to pay a quarterback that much money and pay a receiver that much money and play losing football. You just don't get to. It's not how the world works. Every team that has their franchise quarterback figured out, their coach is on the hot seat. So essentially, when you pay your quarterback, that is a ticking time bomb for your head coach to win or make it to an AFC, NFC title game and a Super Bowl, and then continue to build up and be contenders. Like if you are Josh Allen, I mean, because here's the thing: now that you've been paid, the quarterback gets no blame. It's like, I paid this quarterback. I got to get rid of you now to get a coach in here that can win the game.
Let me
huge
ask you
pressure.
There's two-part question here. Which owner would you rather have, the Browns owner or the Bengals owner?
Browns.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the what's his name?
The Brown.
Yes. Whatever his first name. Cheap as hell.
Yeah. I you know me. I mean, I'm very anti-cheap owners. Like, why buy a sports team if you're going to be cheap?
So my question is this, my follow-up question is this. How attractive is the Bengals job?
Super.
Even with the owner?
I think it's attractive because you're walking in knowing that you have a franchise quarterback, and I think franchise quarterback stumps cheap owners to start.
Okay. I think both those answers you gave me what I thought you would say. So I'm not surprised. But I was just curious because I was like, the owner is so cheap. It's just like, can you survive with that? Can you really win with that? And it's like Zach Taylor was brought in because he was a good play caller. And
Well,
you gave him
you need like someone that can maximize little money is what it is.
yeah, and like you need to have somebody that can draft a good left tackle.
Yeah, that too.
So I think there are different types of pressure. Kevin Stefanski's under the pressure to like be competent and like be competitive. And the Zach Taylor's under the pressure like you need to make the goddamn playoffs. You have Joe Burrow. Like what are we doing here?
We just can't be this bad.
No, you can't and I think they're going to win like 7-8 games. I think they're going to miss the playoffs again. So
that would be wild. That's going to be wild. I
like
mean,
how
literally,
they can't stop anybody.
Time is a flat circle because if they keep missing the playoffs, who does Joe Burrow become?
Who?
Welcome back, Carson Palmer.
Oh yeah, wow, that's so true. Holy
Welcome
shit.
back, Carson Palmer. Welcome back, AJ Green. Welcome back, TJ Hujimizada. Your 2025
Andy
Bengals
Dalton
are here. Yeah, welcome back, Andy. Like, welcome back, gang.
Andy Dalton did go to the playoffs. They just got bounced in the first round every single year.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like they had Carson Palmer and dudes, and like it was always just like, okay, happy to be here.
Yeah, I just don't think they can stop anybody.
And so you think they lose this weekend? What are the 2 X factors for the Browns on offense to beat the Bengals?
I mean, honestly, I think they're going to be able to throw. If they can throw the ball, they're going to win. So Jerry Jeudy.
Here we go. Just push back. I'll go first. I think the Browns need to generate enough pressure on Joe Burrow, which should get done to avoid Martin Emerson getting done in by T. Higgins.
Martin Emerson's he tore his Achilles. He's
not playing. Who's the other one?
Oh, it's Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome. Greg Newsom's going to have to.
Excuse me,
because Denzel Ward's going to
for a while. Yeah,
Denzel Ward is going to travel with Jamar.
Right, so it's going to be the number 2,
and then Greg Newsom's essentially going to travel with T. Higgins.
Greg, not Martin Emerson. So it's going to be Newsome and Delpit's job to stop the madness. Now here we go.
Yeah, whatever safety's on the side with Newsome is going to be helping Newsome because they're basically going to put. I mean, they're going to put Denzel Ward on an island.
Yeah,
they just are.
Do you believe in the Bill Belichick island belief? It's like I'm going to put my top corner on your number 2 and then double team your number 1.
I mean, Bill Belichick won 7 Super Bowls. So, like, to me,
Yeah, isn't that brilliant? I mean,
I don't. Yeah.
I would do it if Denzel Ward didn't have exceptional success against Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where, like, okay, how much better is their number 1 receiver versus my number 1 corner?
Yeah.
And if it's negligible, like, to me, like, when Stephon Gilmore was, like, balling out of control, like, you didn't
Every
have to
game,
do
pick
that.
6, it felt like, dude. It was nuts.
Yeah. Remember he had Ty Law?
Oh, yeah, dude.
But yeah, I don't hate that idea. I just think, like, Denzel Ward's going to travel with Jamar, and then Greg Newsom's going to travel with Greg Newsom, and it's like
Greg
they're going to
Newsom gonna
rush
travel with Greg Newsom. That's awesome.
T. Higgins. Sorry,
Greg
and they're
and Greg.
basically. I mean, the game plans. What's crazy to me is that the Browns have the same game plan against the Bengals. It's like we're going to rush 4. Myles Garrett's going to fucking have 3 sacks, and we're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to play cover 2 with man on the outside, and have at it. Like, this is vanilla as hell, but like it's worked. So. But offensively, like, I think this is going to be a game where Joe Flacco can get off.
Okay.
He's going to have to get off.
You
Which
don't
means
trust the
Jerry
Cincy
Jeudy.
defense. Yeah, I mean, the Cincy defense is bad. They're bad.
They're bad. So, like, if we're going to score points in a game this year, it's got to be this one. It's got to be. You're at home, and, like, I know that's the first game of the year, so it's a little clunky, but, like, Joe Flacco, this is like, dog, you're 40. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it shouldn't be clunky.
If
the offensive line has played together for a decade.
If he's bad against the Bengals, hang the season up. It's over. They're just too bad.
I mean, the only thing, realistically, I think they score 24 points if he doesn't turn the ball over.
He's going to turn the ball over at least once, so get that out of your mind.
Hey, he might not. Just saying. Like, I think there's a realistic possibility. Like, I wonder what Joe Flacco's over under passing totals are.
Let's look, because we can bet on those kind of props here.
NFL. Show me the goods. Passing props. Joe Flacco over under 241.5. I'm taking the over. I would take the over.
The over on how many yards?
241.5.
41.5. I'll ride it. Pause.
No, you ride the bet. It's fine. That's what they call it.
All right.
You either fade it or you ride it.
I think they say I don't think they say ride it.
Oh, maybe so. Maybe so.
Final score prediction and then a bold take if you have one.
24-17. Browns win. Bold take is I'm saying 3 touchdown passes for Joe Flacco.
Ooh. My bold take is a defensive touchdown.
I don't think that's very bold.
What? That is so bold. In NFL football, a defense, that is so bold. You're out of your mind. In fact, that's going to be a chat question down below. What's more bold? What did you say? 3 touchdowns?
3 touchdowns for the 40-year-old quarterback and for the Browns?
Dude, 3 touchdowns is not as bold as a defensive touchdown. You're out of your mind.
Dog, we didn't score 20 points. We didn't score 3 touchdowns in a game.
That's Tyler.
Oh, whoa. Wait a second.
Pissed me off.
I got some game picks, some other game picks.
Oh, we have Tyler's game. I just can't believe that you thought that. All right, go ahead. What's your game picks? Who do you got? Oh, yeah, you do have game. I'm excited about your game picks, actually.
First one, I got the Browns plus 5.5.
Okay.
Against the Bengals. I have the Buccaneers minus 1.5 at Atlanta. I think the Buccaneers are going to the NFC Championship game.
Whoa, are you a Baker bro?
I'm not a Baker bro, but I believe in Baker and the weapons.
Okay.
I mean, he threw for 4,500 yards last year. They added another weapon.
Emeka. I drafted Emeka in as many leagues as I could find them.
And then to make up to Chris for taking Malik Neighbors in the fantasy draft, I'm taking the Giants plus 6.5 against the Commanders.
I'm taking us money line.
The Giants Commanders have played, I think the last 6 games, the games have been decided by a touchdown or less.
Yeah. Well, NFC East foes.
Yeah.
You know how our league works point-wise? Not to make everything about fantasy. You get 1 point per sack. I don't know if you knew that.
Sure.
No, I'm just telling you. I don't know if you knew that, if you read it.
I mean, I'm the league manager, so I didn't know that.
So when I saw that, when I was reading it, I was like, fuck, I need to draft the Giants defense. They're going to play with 3 pass rushers at all times.
This is a side question.
And they're going to be bad.
I took the Steelers defense
Mm-hmm.
in like round 7.
Okay.
Is that too early to take the number 1 defense in fantasy?
Absolutely. Super early. Way too early.
So listen. I didn't win the championship last year. Chris won. He beat me in the championship.
You lost to Mr.
But I
Hank.
have been in the championship game 3 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at it like this. If I had the number 1 defense and the number 1 kicker, that's 2 spots that I'm always beating my opponent in. So I looked at it as like versus position wise.
I think the number 1 kicker and the kickers that don't get picked up are separated usually by like 10 points over the course of a year.
No, I know. It's like I don't know why, but like that's how I view it. If I have the better player at every position, I'm gonna win.
The issue is, Big Dog, you had the number 1 quarterback, the number 1 receiver, the number 1 running back.
Hey, they had listen.
No. You listen to the champ. 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 I beat you because my receivers 2, 3, and 4, and my flex were better than yours.
I had 3 receivers that were all top 10. I had the number 1 quarterback and the number 1 running back. I had a number 2 tight end. I had the number 2 defense and the number 1 kicker. What do you want me to do? I can't wear a better GM hat than that.
Pray a little harder.
I provide, and they chose to not eat. I made a spread, and they chose to not eat. What can I do?
Pray a little harder. We got game picks. Who else you got?
That's all I got for this. That's only 3 I picked for this week. I didn't really like anything else. The game tonight was 8.5, and I was like, I have no clue who's going to win. Who's 8.5?
We're recording on Thursday. Tyler, I'm supposed to tell you guys that.
Well, whatever.
I'm just fucking with you.
That's all I got. Go Browns. I'll be at the game. Yeah. Go Browns.
I'm Chris. That's Tyler. Do the thing.
Peace.